Hello, I'm Mike Harding. I'm the product manager of our hybrid cloud solutions here at HPE, and I just want to take a few minutes just to share with you the highlights and preview of what we have going on at the upcoming HPE Discover 2024 show next week. So we deliver solutions across really a broad range of Microsoft workloads, and these include Windows Server, SQL Server, Exchange, and more recently Azure Stack HCI. And what we've been telling our customers is that now is a great time. It's always a great time, but especially now is a great time to get out there, refresh your infrastructure and your Microsoft license software to reset the clock, if you will, for another decade or so. Especially as we know that there are different workloads coming down the line where the licensing is going to switch from being perpetual to subscription based. So if customers want to lock it in, they should do that now. And then with that, let me just kind of hit the highlights of a few things where it's either we have some news coming out or some specific presence at the show in Vegas. First off, Azure Arc enabled SQL Server. This is a solution where we just published a technical white paper, but it's going to be, I think, speaking to really a very hot area of development for us. And the idea here is that you can, by Arc enabling your environment, whether it's the Windows Server or particular workloads sitting on top of it, you get the benefit of having on-premises control of this, in this case, SQL Server environment, while enjoying the benefits of having that connectivity to Azure. And in the technical white paper, we provide step-by-step guidance on how to do this. It's built on our HPE Private Cloud Business Edition platform, and Arc enabling, as I mentioned, really is a way to give you the best of both worlds, the connectivity to Azure and management through the Azure portal, as well as still maintaining the database and the application there on-prem. GreenLake for databases, this is another solution that's been a great one. We've had this in the market for a few years, and we've continued to evolve it. Initially, this is really just about SQL Server. It's still pretty much centered around that. But this infrastructure as a service offering, solution really can do more than just, support SQL Server. It can support all your important enterprise databases. Some things that we've kind of captured and focused on actually just initially is updating our TCO analysis. And interestingly, we've been able to show that that we're able to deliver 17% TCO savings, so total cost of ownership savings, everything from the hardware up to the software and the related services in order to manage that infrastructure as a service for SQL Server versus a comparable, in this case, actually AWS-based service. So using EC2 and EBS. So, but along with the TCO savings, you get a lot of benefits in the agility. We have customers who are just really interested in doing, database as a service just because it gives them additional help in different hands, and they can get to a solution quicker than if they had to do it themselves. And there's like the GreenLake benefit of only paying for what you need. So GreenLake for databases, great solution. There'll be there. Definitely be a number of people from our GreenLake team who can talk to you about this as well as other GreenLake solutions. Another big topic of conversation, which we expect will definitely carry through at the show, is this whole idea of VMware and what to do post VMware. But a lot of customers that are anxious about their VMware environments, and they're considering alternatives. From the Microsoft solution perspective, we are advocating two major paths, and one is to move to Azure Stack HCI, and the other one is Windows Server. Both paths definitely have a number of similarities. They both come with new features. Azure Stack HCI, being a subscription-based solution, actually now is on a regular cadence of coming out with updates along with new features. So, that's a great path. Windows Server, as it turns out, is coming out with a new version, Windows Server 2025. We expect that out this fall. So that too will come out with new features and benefits as well. They're both based on Hyper-V, so that really is the alternative to your vSphere ESX environment, running on Hyper-V. They're both at the core of both of those, and they both run on-prem infrastructure. So in both cases, you get the benefits of Microsoft software with on-prem HPE infrastructure in this case. Key differences, though, and the thing we kind of point out is that it's really about the segmentation of workloads. So for Azure Stack HCI, it's really tended to be used for like kind of net new workloads or more like cloud native type workloads, whereas Windows Server, traditional package applications, it's really your traditional environment on now with just an updated version of Windows Server. There will be a booth or a group talking about VMware transformation at Discover, so you can seek those folks out and get their scoop on what you ought to be considering. And let's go on to Azure Stack HCI on the Electra server 4110. So this is a solution that we just refreshed this year. I've actually had a Azure Stack HCI solution on HPE storage products for a number of years. Previously it was the Apollo 4200s. Now it's the Electra 4000s and specifically the 4110 model. And the thing here with this solution really appeals to large environments. We have companies that are doing things that are very data centric, and they want to be able to work with both a lot of data as well as still have a lot of performance for that data. And this is really an ideal platform for it. The 4110, despite it being just a 1U form factor, really can support up to over 307 terabytes of capacity. It comes with all NVMe flash, and specifically we validated an EDSFF form factor, so it's really the latest greatest storage media. It's built on a PCIe 5 architecture, and with a number of different high-speed networking options, you can really handle a lot of throughput through this device. So it's fantastic for the most demanding data-centric workloads. We recommend it for things like SQL Server, analytics, digital video repositories, any sort of big data workloads. It's ideal for. There will be an Electra 4000 booth there, and those folks actually were reaching out to me to get the latest information about our solution, so you can definitely chat with them if you're there at Discover about our Azure Stack HCI solution on the 4110. And likewise, that same team provides the hardware for our Exchange solution. So we have an Exchange on the Electra Storage Server 4000 solution as well. And once again, this has been in the market for quite a while. We refreshed it this year on this new platform. This one is really well known for providing email for some of the world's largest organizations, big global money center banks, federal agencies, overseas governmental or government ministries, lots of big organizations who want to run a lot of emails, a lot of email boxes, but they want to keep the data on-prem. Very concerned about whether it's regulatory issues or just legal concerns about being able to control that data and the access to it. Two platforms we use for this one, so it's a 4120 and the 4140. It's a 2U and 4U devices respectively, with the 4140 having the most capacity with 92 large form factor drives, so multiple petabyte capacity. And because of that, we have customers who are able to deliver email for less than $4 per mailbox per month. So in essence, cheaper than you'd have to pay from Office 365. So great scale economy benefits, as well as the benefits of control over your email. And once again, there are folks there at Discover who you can talk to about that solution. So finally, to wrap it up, why us? Why HPE for Microsoft Hybrid Cloud Solutions? We really focused on hybrid cloud enabled solutions. So we've been doing that, and we will continue to hone our focus on applications like Azure Stack HCI as well as Arc enabled solutions. We can deliver performance with these as well. As I mentioned, some all NVMe drive platforms. We also focus on being able to make it easy to manage at scale. So we provide PowerShell toolkits there for free, different integration capabilities, WAC extensions for both servers and storage. Those are all there for free for you to use to be able to manage efficiently at scale. and we deliver cost benefits as well. So we were really designing with that in mind as well. Then you get all these benefits as well as save some money versus going purely to the cloud. As far as what to look for at the show, our partner Microsoft has a few sessions they're doing. I would definitely recommend, if you only had time for one, to catch the first one, Microsoft AI and Fabric with HPE Unified Edge, delivered by Bob Ward. We do a lot of work with Bob around SQL Server, so we expect he'll be talking about that and Azure SQL and Fabric, and being able to have hybrid solutions connecting Azure to your on-prem data lakes, as well as some S3 enabled object storage connectivity in there as well. So there's going to be a lot of things he'll touch on in that session. That should be a great one. There's also a booth there. So Microsoft has a sizable booth. We partnered with them on managing that, and planning it and managing it for the show. So there'll be a number of demos there. In the in-booth theater, I know there'll be folks talking about topics like AI and Fabric and Azure Stack HCI, as well as updating your infrastructure. So definitely want to stop by and check that out when you have time between sessions. And then finally, we're always available online on Twitter at hashtag HPEMSData, as well as our web pages there, 24/7 for you, hpe.com/storage/Microsoft. So have a great show. Talk to you later.